Okay guys, I got up to check a few things out and my avocado pit has done nothing. It's been like 3 weeks. This one I had at work and also has done nothing. But this one's been only like a week, maybe a week and a half. Y'all know I'm trying to be, look how foggy and muggy and nasty it is outside. It's rained all friggin' weekend. But anyway, I'm trying to play gardener and my avocados are not cooperating. But the little lemon seeds I attempted to germinate have started to sprout. Isn't that cute? You see that? That one has a little bitty one coming out. And this one I'd all but given up on until I noticed it is cracked. So these little guys are gonna go into 2 pots. This afternoon. I had planned on doing it outside, but it is still raining. I don't have any fruit or vegetable soil, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the indoor potting mix that I got at the Goodwill. I'm gonna go ahead and start them off on that, set them in a windowsill and see how they do. And then when it's ready to repot, I will pot in a better soil. Yay! Okay, so here is my attempt at being Martha Stewart. Okie dokie. Let's try this. Okay, so there's my soil. Okay, can't even see it. There's my soil. I'm going to, and yes, I'm doing this on my counter. I know. What am I thinking? But that's why I have this bowl here to catch any little loose whoosy-whatses. So I'm putting in the soil. Oh, I love the way this stuff smells. Oh, goodness gracious, kitty cat, please don't eat my seeds. And you're too close to my kitchen. No kitties in the kitchen. You know this, man. Anywho, there's my soil. It's nice and fluffy. Now, from everything YouTube has told me, it says not too packed. So, there's that. Don't eat my seeds. See? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? See? Look at that little thingy. Poke a hole. Not too deep. That may be too deep. Bum, bum, bum. Ta-da! Next. Bring in the other one. Why am I videoing this? Because I'm excited. Some of y'all might hear in my voice how excited I am. I mean, you take for granted. You go to the grocery store and you see all your produce sitting in the nice coolers, but I, for one, take for granted how the heck it got there. So when I started seeing the growth myself, like, really? Really? What is this? What is this? When I started seeing actual little seeds and pits come to life, it just moved me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, well, that's pretty stinking cool. So there's that. This little bitty guy with a teeny tiny itsy bitsy almost not there little bud.
What is it?
Lemon seeds. I'm gonna plant. Maybe that's too deep, but then I don't want it to. Okay, put that one in there. And then this little guy, I'm gonna give a fighting chance to as well. It's cracked on the top. So I'm gonna put it next to its little sister. Not too deep. Okay. La la la. Got 3 little lemon seedlings started. So Melissa, how does one germinate a seed from start? Forgive my strap. I know how tacky that is. Well, let me tell you what YouTube University told me. Here, let's bring in my little aloes. Let's get a little atmosphere here. I brought them in because it's been raining like crazy. And I was scared that hail might break its delicate little digits. So here are my aloes. And I got my mints over there. trying to save them from the cats. Because the last few times that it's rained, the rain beats them down. Poor little things. No, we're going to leave. We're going to leave this one here. Okay. Yeah, the rain beat them down and the little stems all jacked up, and it's just sad. Like my bean plant, it was so big and beautiful and bushy, and it's been raining like crazy, and now they're not broken, they're just kind of tilted over, and I feel horrible. But anywho, how does one germinate a seed or a pit? I will tell you what has been successful for me. Okay, so the very first thing I tried was the celery, which was just the booty of the celery dunked in water. Mine never grew roots like YouTube said it was going to grow roots, but it did bush out. And if you look closely, you see the beginnings of a little celery stalk. Isn't that cute? And it smells fresh and delicious. And I potted it in this little thing. And even if it never bears celery for me, it's a pretty little bush, and I can use the tops. And I think I told you guys, in potato salad and stuff like that. So I dropped in a few little seashells just for prettiness. And I need to mark on here that it's a celery, even though, duh, everybody can tell. These are my green onions, another little YouTube hack. I had chopped them down to here. You guys, this is a week's worth of growth. Last Sunday, what is Monday today? Last Sunday, I chopped them off to here. You can see where I'd cut them all. This is a week's worth of growth. This got long. It's starting to bring in new little shoots. And look at the roots. The roots are getting crazy. And I showed you guys the little terracotta pot that I want to plant them in. So I think that's next. I'm enjoying it like this. All I do is put water in it. All I did was put water in it. And I change the water once I start smelling like onion soup. I change the water. I don't let the water get cloudy. And they're happy little green onions. And I have my pot over there. I might pot a few, like 2, just to see if I kill it. I mean, I shouldn't. It's roots. It has roots. But seeing as how crazy the roots have gotten, maybe the pot I got isn't big enough. Hang on. This is the one I got. You guys, I showed y'all I hauled it from a 99-cent only. And I mean, as wonderfully as they are growing, even if I were to kill a few, I think so. If I were to plant it here, like YouTube says, it still has a good 3-4 inches down at the bottom. So I think it would look pretty and more organic in a little pot. It'll look like I really know what I'm doing, you know. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'll plant my little onions. But I just wanted to show y'all everything except my avocados are coming to life. And then I found these, and I have been wanting a jalapeno plant. But Walmart never has them when I want one. But look at this little sucker already looks taller than when I bought it home. And I just bought it on Saturday, and it was a little droopy, and I Googled, and it said that it could be lack of water or too much water, and the soil was really, really moist. So I'm thinking they overwatered, but he has 2 new little shoots, little leaves down there. And I got 2 of them, and they're no longer drooping. So I think that's why they look taller. But I'm going to plant these in one of the bigger pots that I showed you guys and put them in full sun, because that's what YouTube says they need. So I can't wait. They say in 72 to 75 days they're mature. I don't know if that means that's when they start sprouting little chilitos. I don't know. But I'm really excited about these guys because I have been wanting them forever. Let's see if I don't kill them. But anywho, that's just a real quick update for those of you that are interested in what the heck I have been doing. Some of y'all have noticed how happy it makes me, and it really, really does. Hopefully I don't kill anything. But back to how you germinate. All YouTube told me to do was take a pit. I have my mango outside. My mango never germinated. I just got kind of frustrated with it, and they said, well, sometimes they suggest you do a mango or any seed really in this method. That way you can see if it's a viable seed or not. Because if you plant it in dirt, you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting. You don't see any progress. But I got tired of waiting for the mango, honestly. I got a beautiful pit, and I put it in a pot with some soil, and it's outside. And I hope all this rain didn't drown it. I didn't do much research on the mango. But with a lemon seed, apple seed, Adam and Eve, I don't know, any kind of seed you want, you wet a paper towel. And you wring it out. Make sure it's not soppy soaking wet. I'm excited. I can't speak. And then you lay them out a few inches apart, and then you fold them in, and wrap them up like a little seed burrito. Okay, mine were 1, 2, 3 in there. Then you put them in a plastic baggie. This one still has a little dew moisture in there. You snip a corner off. Where's my corner? Okay, you snip a corner off. I think I changed bags. I didn't snip a corner off of this one. I meant to. But anyway, you snip a corner off. Tuck them in there. Put them in a dark, warm place. I put them in the laundry room. Okay. And that, I've been waiting on those little things a little over 2 weeks. And it was slow progress, but at least they popped. And they said as soon as they sprout, you can put them in soil. So that's what I did. So I'm going to plant some of these little onions. I just spit. I'm going to plant some of these little onions. And then I had the little plants outside that I wanted to repot, but the pots are going to be too big and it's going to require too much soil and I'm going to make a mess in here. And I don't want to do that. But let me show y'all something. I have this song, Mama Soy Paquito, in my head. Did any of you guys grow up watching those Mexican movies? Vicente Fernandez and who was the other one? Antonio Aguilar movies. Pedrito Fernandez movie, that song, Mama Soy Paquito, no hares travesuras. That friggin' song has been in my head since like Thursday or Friday. But anywho, my gardeners out there, this is a mint plant. I baby this plant. Some of the stems are getting woody, like I remember my mommy's plant being when we were growing up. The rest of them are pretty fresh and green. I baby it. I'm trying not to let it get beat up, but I don't know what I'm doing. I've noticed on both of them that they are getting brown spots. I'll see that. Cooperate, plant. Y'all see these brown spots? What is that? What am I doing wrong? I've been pinching them off because I heard horror stories on YouTube and on Google about how it's a fungus and it's going to kill your whole plant and get rid of them. Whew, I love that smell. I mean, it's growing new little shoots and it's growing new little leaves. This one especially, this is my big boy. This one isn't as bad, but this one looks like a tweaker, okay? Of both, this one looks like a tweaker. This one has more brown spots than the other one. See? Some of the little shoots are growing in brown. This one's real langly and kind of scraggly. It's my little dope head plant. This one has way more brown spots, but it is growing. See the new growth? And there's lots of little growth in here. Look at these cute little shoots growing in right here. Now see? So I love the mint. I'll pop a leaf right off, rinse it, and chew it when my stomach is tore up. I love the way it smells. I love the way it looks. But this one is going kind of scraggly. You guys, if anybody knows, is it the pot I have it in? Is it, what do y'all think? Is it too compacted in the pot? Is the pot too small? Do I need to spray them with something? Because I'm not at the feeding and fertilizing stage. And probably I should have done a little more research for that. Then I wouldn't kill anything that I'm potentially trying to grow. But I love that it's growing. I mean, there's little shoots popping out everywhere and little tiny leaves unfurling. But it does have a lot of brown spots. And it just looks kind of cray-cray. So if anybody has any suggestions for me, let's make a little gardenscape here, shall we? Yes, me and my jalapenos. This is Jose, and this is Julian. Jalapeno, get it? I named them all based on the letter of their names. But anywho, I feel like I can handle this. But anyway, I don't want to kill anything. And I don't want to throw good money after bad if I don't know what I'm doing. So if there are any suggestions, any help, any whatnots you all can provide me, I would really appreciate it. Okay. I might just post this video solo. I do need to get to the grocery store here in a little bit because I want to buy, I need some onion. My onion got moldy. I need some onion because I want to make the chiles rellenos so bad. I'm tasting them so bad and I want to make them, but I don't have any onion for the salsa. So I ain't gonna make no salsa without onion. But yeah, I'm going to post this up just because it's a short little video and maybe some of y'all might be interested. If not, thank y'all for attempting to watch if y'all made it this far. Well, if y'all made it this far, then y'all made it all the way and thank you. But anywho, till my next go round, which will be very, very soon, maybe this afternoon. Talk to y'all later. Love your bunches. Bye. Okay, so I went ahead and planted 3 of my green onions to get them started. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if I kill them or not. There's my little lemons, and I put the last 3 little stalks in these little vases that I thrifted many moons ago. Figured each one can have their own little container, and it'll be pretty sitting on the windowsill. So we'll see if they like their new little home. And I did go ahead and make a mess and plant Jose and Julio. I was gonna plant them together, but I'm glad that I read I'm glad that I read the instructions, because they need 18 to 24 inches of space around them. Reading is fundamental, guys, okay? Read instruction, read directions. But that's Jose and Julio. I went ahead and switched over to that potting mix, and my floor is a mess all over again. The last few weeks have been a disaster floor-wise. But anywho, I just got it in my ear that I wanted to get it done, and I went ahead and got it done. I wanted the onions out of this glass because I didn't want the glass to forever smell of green onion. This is one of the memories of my grandma. When she passed, this is what I took from her house. And I have really fond memories of her and these glasses. She was a diabetic, so sometimes when we'd go visit her, she lived in a small 1-bedroom apartment, and we'd all go visit her at the same time. So we'd all be camped out in the living room, and she'd wake up around 3 or 4 in the morning when her sugar dropped, and she'd eat vanilla wafers and drink milk out of these little glasses. So we'd hear her puttering around the kitchen, and everybody kind of stirs awake and start to talk. And I heard some really awesome stories and got to learn a lot about my grandma from those 3 in the morning talks. So when we were all given a choice to take something from her, I had to have these, and I didn't want it smelling like onion. But that's what I've been up to. Now I'm going to run off to the grocery store and get the stuff I need for my peppers. I just wanted to give you guys a little update and see what I've been up to in the last 30 minutes to an hour.